Raindrops falling on my head. Knowledge floods you till you're fed. Drip show vibe you can't ignore. Tune in once you beg for more. Jim Jones here with the spill. Plain Dame showing you the real. Candy coated wisdom drip. Take a bite, don't let it slip. Daily drip, we got the flow. Pouring truth so you can grow. Subscribe and click, don't miss a beat. Out here making knowledge sweet. Heavy bass, the mind will shake. Raindrops make the surface break. Gems of truth in every line. Plain Dame, keep the pace on time. We out here changing your game. Wash away the coat of shame. Every drop of golden pearl. Join the ride, let's own this world. Raindrops mixed with heavy beats. Subscription guide your hungry feet. Jim Jones's flow with Dame's appeal. Pour the knowledge till it's real. Raindrops fall in slow motion. Heavy bass shakes the devotion. Our daily drip shows emotion. Pouring knowledge, pure explosion. Jim Jones, Plain Dame on the mic. Candy coated wisdom every night. Subscribe, scribe, tune in, we'll ignite. We out here shining bright. Every word like raindrops falling. Trippy beat keeps on calling. Audience minds, we're enthralling. In this group, we're all balling.
Wake up to a rhythm smooth and tight. Morning sun gonna set things right. Coffee steam like a dream takes a flight. Our daily drip show ready to ignite. Say, get my likes up, no time to stop. Get my likes up all the way to the top. Say, get my likes up, feel the groove. Get my likes up, make it smooth. Show me a world where laughter's free. Every note is a key to harmony. Shake those hips like a sweet melody. Our daily drip show, let it be. Say, get my likes up, no time to stop. Get my likes up all the way to the top. Say, get my likes up, feel the groove. Get my likes up, make it smooth. Lonely days gonna fade away. In this show we find our way. Raise your hands, let's start to sway. Our daily drip show here to stay. keeps us alive. Say, get my likes up, no time to stop. Get my likes up, all the way to the top. Say, get my likes up, feel the groove. Get my likes up, make it. Raindrops fall on city pavement, washing secrets in the dark. Daily drip, the crowd's amazement. Knowledge streaming comes to spark. Thunder in the nighttime sky.
Get them ready. What up? What up?
Hey, we about the late night drip on y'all. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Make sure y'all drop the drip in the comments. Make sure you leave a comment. Let us know where you watching from. Man, I'm still congested. I can hear I got some congestion going on, but we here and we doing it. So I am your co-host, Jim Jones, in the building, feeling good, feeling great on this beautiful, well, Friday, Saturday night, depending on where you at in the world, or morning.
It out here.
Yeah, you muted.
All right, and I'm plain_Dane, co-hosted Jim Jones. I love the specs, by the way. They are so studious. I love them.
Well, why thank you? Why thank you? I like to switch them up sometimes, you know? Trying to make y'all think maybe I'm a little smart.
I might have come out here with some glasses on so people don't attack me on the IG talking about my dumb A comments as I was hit with.
I actually have never seen you with glasses. That'd be very weird. I feel like to see you with what?
I wear glasses sometimes, you know, when I want to look waspy in meetings.
My dude goes and gets his nerd glasses so when he wanted to say something super studious. Hold on.
Yeah, I just put my glasses on. Like my girl from the IG, I don't know if you see her videos. Whenever her brother be giving her the stuff to do to win money, and she always look at this, examine it. She put her glasses on and then solve it. I know. Shout out to her. I gotta find a.
I don't know who that is, but that's
yeah. I'll look into it, man. But they're funny. I love their family. They all do everything together. It's cool. I know they don't take big on TikTok and everywhere. If y'all know who I'm talking about, put it in the comments. I can't think offhand right now, but yeah.
TikTok. I know we ain't gonna talk about that yet, but did you hear that allegedly Amazon was trying to buy TikTok?
That's the rumor.
That's nasty work. That's nasty work. Like they just coming through taking everybody chain.
If it's for sale, what the hell? That's they motto.
That's crazy. Like, could you imagine TikTok under Amazon where they already got all y'all information about what y'all buying? So they just gonna be scooting up like, oh, you like waist trainers. Okay.
Right.
Chelsea, she does. Yeah. Hey y'all.
Pop out with an Amazon waster.
Hi.
Come get Amazon wasted.
We'll have it there by 6 p.m. Order now.
5 if you spend $10 more.
It's great. It's crazy. Anyways, I had just heard about TikTok and Amazon. That's crazy. But yeah, as we talk about mergers and talk about go ahead. You got some?
I was gonna say real quick, rest in peace to Val Kilmer.
Oh, that's my favorite Batman. I know an unpopular opinion.
Everybody's favorite Batman. Nobody else could play Doc Holliday after he played him. I don't think
not Cassius Spade. That ain't his favorite. That ain't his favorite Batman.
What? That's not my.
Who your favorite Batman? Who your favorite Batman? Cassius Spade.
Who's my favorite Batman?
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
I'm Batman.
Nah. You sound like. What's your favorite villain? Let's ask you that. Sounding like that.
If you say
My
Mr.
fa- my
Freeze, I'm
not
I'm
my
leaving.
favorite villain is the original Joker and the original Batman.
There you
My,
go.
my, yeah,
There you
like
go.
Michael Keaton is the one.
I
His
understand.
face looked
He
like it in
got
the
balloons. Why
thing.
didn't someone
I
tell me he has one of those things? Bob Gunn.
Riddler was dope though. Y'all not about to sleep on Jim Carrey, man. He
Not at
killed
all.
that.
Close
Also,
second to Jack.
gosh, the Joker,
He just so
Heath Ledger.
animated. Just
Heath Ledger, he
Yeah,
killed that too.
killed it. Heath killed it. Heath killed it. But I'm telling you, Jack Nicholson was that guy. Only, and I might be a little biased because I went to the movies. That was one of the first Batman I went to the movies and saw. That was 89. Yeah, 89, 90. Soundtrack by Prince.
Damn.
oh
Much.
yeah, the soundtrack is crazy.
It's just too much. The
Yeah.
Prince soundtrack, like
My dude was in the movies before y'all was born. Message.
touching popcorn, having a ball. But no, but for real, Val Kilmer, man. I'm your Huckleberry. If you ain't ever seen Tombstone, go see that. And not to mention Heat, one of the best bank robbery scenes, shoot 'em up scenes ever. Shout out to Michael Mann. He was incredible the way they directed that. Val Kilmer was that guy. Him and one of my other with De Niro. I don't like De Niro as a person, but as an actor,
You don't like
that's my
Robert De
guy.
Niro? What? Oh, well, you know what? We ain't gonna do that. We go do that.
That's a whole nother show.
We
That's
gonna
a
do that
whole
today.
nother show. But
Because
yeah.
as I said that, I started remembering some of the things recently that have happened that one may not like Robert De Niro for.
Man,
So let me.
As an actor, that's my guy. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah. So man, this is crazy. This is we hopefully it's not a trend of us starting the show with rest in pieces though. Like this is hopefully not. I mean, I know.
We gotta pay respects, but yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
So
So
tongue in cheek there, yeah.
yeah, R.I.P. to Val Kilmer. Like I said, Batman. I think it's Batman Forever. That's like my favorite Batman. The Chris O'Donnell bringing him out as Robin, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, with Riddler. Like they hit it with the trifecta on that bad boy. It was great.
Top Gun. Yeah. Another good
check those out.
Movie. Yep.
So before we get into everything, I should also announce we also got the producer in the building. Let him know who you are, where you be, where you been.
No.
Who you is.
I'm not anyone but the cash. And the cash.
Cash is paid. They better have it by Thursday. Tell them.
I don't do no what's you call it? That 1 day early pay. No, I need my stuff 2 day. Okay. Not the day before.
I just said they need to have it by that day. They
need
borrowed it from you on Monday. You need it before Thursday. I just thought it sounded.
I don't be nice.
No.
I don't be nice today.
I don't need
before. You about that?
I need my money.
Immediate shakedown.
I'm patting pockets. Get the rabbit ears. Yep, daddy's here.
Speaking of daddy, if you ask some of the Republicans, daddy's been making some moves lately with these tariffs. So we could talk about Donnie Daddy for some of the Republican seats who call him daddy, because they said daddy's home. So daddy's home making a bunch of rules for him. So we can go ahead and get into that. If you have been sleeping under a rock, then you are unaware of the reciprocal tariffs that were not only they were no longer threatened. It was not a threat. It was a promise. And so now said promise is in fruition. And Donnie has decided shing, and he's doing it. However, although that's normal news, we want to point out this according to this video, which we'll roll in a second, this is not new. This man been talking about this. So yeah, let's check it out.
Allies pay their fair share. We're a debtor nation. Something's going to happen over the next number of years with this country, because you can't keep going on losing $200 billion, and yet we let Japan come in and dump everything right into our markets. And
this was in '88.
It's not free trade. You ever go to Japan right now and try to sell something, forget about it, Albert. Just forget about it. It's almost impossible. They don't have laws against it. They just make it impossible. They come over here, they sell their cars, their VCRs, they knock the hell out of our companies. Kuwait, they live like kings. The poorest person in Kuwait, they live like kings. And yet they're not paying. We make it possible for them to sell their oil. Why aren't they paying us 25% of what they're making? It's a joke.
This sounds like
He said
political
25.
presidential
Keep that
talk
number
to
in
me.
mind.
I
He
know
said
people have talked to you
25%.
about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not. But I do get tired of seeing the country with.
Why would
My guy said we should be hitting them with 25%. And that was back in 88. Your thoughts on Donnie and tariffs based on this video then and based on what's going on now?
He already, the writing's been on the wall. We've been getting our asses handed to us by these other countries. If you really look at how and break down how tariffs work outside of the US, we've been getting whipped. Like they ain't had a decency to use Vaseline the way they've been doing us in terms of these tariffs. Because I mean, we spend more money. We're a consumer-based economy. We buy from everybody, and nobody shows us love. You know what I mean? I guess because we've always been considered the financial superpower, but I'm not. I mean, I haven't seen any equality in how these tariffs have rolled out since we were kids. You know, we've always been getting whipped. Like you said, Japan can come over here, they can send people over here, sell whatever they want to sell, but we can't go over there and post up and sell nothing. And on top of that, too, you know, I came up at a time where you had an automotive industry that was booming in the US. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you look up, a lot of those other countries were incentivizing companies to come over there and build factories and close them up here. Why? Because you know, they wanted to make more of a profit overseas versus right here in the US. You know, they've been breaking us down for years, and we've been allowing it. You know, like I said, it was a time when I was in high school, and you know, and Cassius Pay can attest to this. When you were in high school, you know, that was back when they had the automotive programs. You know, all the different trade schools were open, and you know, because there was always money to be made in these factories. If you had some sort of trade, you can go always work somewhere. But then you woke up one day and it was barely any factories, everything was closing down. But you looked up, a lot of the same companies that were here were being incentivized to go overseas. And
Yeah, that's
tariffs will tell you
Midwest.
that,
That's how the
yeah,
you know the where the Rust
we in the
Belt happened.
Midwest. It's the Rust Belt. So yeah, we felt it more than anybody. Anybody. You know, I have family in Detroit. They had to move here. You had people moving in with each other because they lost those good paying jobs. And you know, back then, imagine in the 90s making 25 an hour at a factory in the
That's
90s.
crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
we
we
was
were
balling.
Rich.
balling.
Yeah,
So it was like you can go to college. You went to like college meant something because you went for it wasn't no damn humanities. You were going because you had a specific career you wanted to go into. You wanted to be a lawyer, you wanted to be a doctor, you wanted to get into something in the tech field, but you was going to make some money. But you could have stayed home if you were somebody not built for college or something. As they used to say, he's not built for college. Still could make a living at LTV Steel and all these different companies. Now you look up, they all overseas. So the tariffs is what's bringing a lot of those companies back here. They like, oh, wait a minute. You mean to tell me we got to pay how much now? Yeah. Let me go ahead and go to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and find that vacant building that's been sitting there for 30 years empty. Renovate that sucker and get business back popping again. So I'm all for tariffs. You're not seeing the benefit in them now, but you will. It's gonna sting a little bit right now, but you just got to give it time. Donnie hasn't been in office even that long for everybody to suffer the way they acting. We suffering off the last president's decisions, but that's a whole nother conversation.
As I look at the Japan in the video, he said he would tariff them by, I think he said 20, he said it was like 25%, I want to say. And when
he spoke to the oil about the oil companies coming here and we buying oil from them. You're like, we should be getting 25% of that. Which
so he's tariffing them 24%. So like it's aligning pretty close to what he had said back in the 80s, which is crazy. Like that's what I want to
Yeah.
point out. Like that's actually crazy. Like he been wrote this down. That's what I'm getting at. This man been
Yeah.
he wrote this down. He was like, if I ever get a chance, I'm hitting you
Oh
with the
yeah.
30. I'm hitting you with 25. I'm looking at these Pakistan 29%, China with 34, Taiwan with 32, which I'm surprised at that.
Shoot,
Thailand
they could. There's a
36,
tax for protection. That's what that
Sri
is.
Lanka 44, Vietnam, they make a ton of clothes. They're looking at 46%. Cambodia and Laos is 48 and 49%.
My Laos.
Wow, sorry, my bad.
Mouse.
My bad. Trying to think anywhere else I could think of that like makes like clothes really that get hit. I'm surprised we even do anything with Switzerland. 31%.
Well, they got chocolate and stuff
Yeah.
that they do. Watches.
We buy
We
everything.
import
That's
that
the whole
stuff.
point.
But the thing
We
is like
import
it
everything.
it makes it unfair and almost impossible to sell United States goods anywhere because of how they tariff us and how we accept their products. So that's the reason. Like that's why you don't see a Ford truck overseas because it'll cost 500,000 euro or whatever because of how they doing it.
And they're a
So
prideful company. They're like, we're American made, so they're not gonna run over to Switzerland and build a factory. That's
no,
their whole motif. We're American made. You know what I mean? So, but if you want to make some money, you like, yeah, if I want to sell and make some money over there, they're incentivizing me to come over there and ultimately build my factory in their country and sell it that way. But Ford whole thing is American. You know what I mean? So, but now we
yeah, I
making
mean
it
it's just
cool
the
to
fact
come
that it's
back
an
here.
American car. Yeah.
Yeah. My watch gets shipped to Switzerland to get fixed. That's what the my battle rap dude said. I mean, it's been cool to buy from everybody else. It's always been cool to everything come from overseas. It's been cool to get the foreign car. Like everything has been made to a luxury item, even down to Lexus. Lexus is just a what?
That's a Toyota.
Yeah, luxury export to the U.S. Lexus. That's literally what it stands for.
Yeah, I think people will make it seem like he's the first one to bring it up, but really, I mean, we got another video coming up where I mean Nancy Pelosi was talking the same jazz. Now people giving her a little smoke about it. Um, it ain't just
What
Donnie.
video do you have of that? Because I don't have
Oh, I
that.
don't have it. Well, my bad. I was supposed to share the video. I messed that up. But there's a video. Y'all can look it up on YouTube, probably Instagram, anything.
Well, I can look it up now.
It's
Just
okay. Don't
what?
worry about it. So y'all go ahead, search that. I'm sure it's going viral at this point. But Nancy
Yeah,
Pelosi is basically saying like, "Hey, we need to recoup some of this money. Like, we need to start tariffing people as a way for us to kind of make some revenue, and we're not really hitting people the way we should because we consume so much. We're not regaining anything." So, just bringing that up as it's interesting because it's not just Donnie. Donnie's just the only one who actually put it into motion.
Now it sound
right.
like she got in on the action. That's what that sound like. I heard with
That's
her
what it
style.
sounds like. Did a complete about face now. I mean, because she was preaching in '96. Clinton was on it at once upon a time. They were like, these tariffs is crazy. Obama came in talking about how these tariffs is crazy. Trump ran on that. Hey, this is what I'm going to do because we need, in order to make America great again, we need people building in America again, like they used to in the 80s and in 70s. We need to bring them jobs back. Everybody complaining about not being able to work. So now how about I increase our job market, and get people back to making real money again like they used to. That's what the tariffs is doing. So now you got countries actually committing to spending billions with us, conducting business right here in the U.S. It makes sense to me, but
But then
it
you
don't make
got,
sense to Nancy now.
but then you got what's his name? Is it Macron? Macron. I know I'm not gonna say his CR right. It's probably Macron
Yeah.
or something like that. Where
You
I'm
gotta
not
you gotta
saying.
hawk two on that thing when you say it.
Whoa.
Y'all not about to get me on live doing no hawks or nothing.
Whoa.
I do none of that on nobody live.
Hawk,
I mean, I ain't looking
corn.
crazy. But he basically was like, hey, I wanna we gonna withdraw all the way up out the US, all the way up out of there. So some people are with it, and then there's some that are rebelling. So
Bye. You and your man wife.
we don't have sound, but that's okay. Because we don't necessarily need the
La
sound.
décision qui a été annoncée
There
cette
is.
nuit est une décision brutale et infondée. Elle est infondée parce qu'on ne corrige pas des déséquilibres commerciaux en mettant des tarifs. Et les bases de la théorie économique montrent le contraire, surtout d'ailleurs quand les déséquilibres ne prennent pas en compte les services numériques, pour ne citer qu'eux ou d'autres. C'est que l'ampleur et le caractère négatif est avant tout pour l'économie américaine. Et une chose est sûre, avec les décisions de cette nuit, l'économie américaine et les Américains, qu'il s'agisse des entreprises ou des citoyens, sortiront plus faibles qu'hier et plus pauvres. Et je pense qu'il faut le marteler. Il faut le marteler et nous, il faut tenir, je vais y revenir, parce que ces décisions, elles ne sont pas soutenables pour l'économie américaine elle-même. Et donc je pense que ce qui est important, et c'est tout le travail qu'il faut faire par filière, que les investissements à venir ou que les investissements annoncés ces dernières semaines, ils soient un temps suspendus tant qu'on n'a pas clarifié les choses avec les États-Unis d'Amérique. Parce que quel serait le message d'avoir des grands acteurs européens qui se mettent à investir des milliards d'euros dans l'économie américaine au moment où ils sont en train de nous taper? Donc il faut qu'on ait de la solidarité collective.
Interesting. So he said, why are we giving y'all some money when y'all trying to hit us with some more money? Nah, we not gonna give y'all no money. How about that? And then y'all can be poor. Y'all gonna come out poorer than you did. That's what I heard. Like he's really putting his he put his
let them protect themselves. How about that? It's about to be
that's
shit.
really all it is at the end of the day. Despite the fact that there's been a huge trade imbalance, we still protect their ass. It go down and they worried about Russia. Who they gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
As you would say, Daddy Donnie, right?
Not Ghostbusters.
Right.
Not Ghostbusters.
Right.
Wow.
Him and his
That's only gonna be who they can afford at that point.
That's it. And him and his sexually suspicious wife, whatever, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's another reason why he don't like us too, because Candace Owens, shout out to her, she been tearing them apart, questioning the sex of his wife. Yeah, that's a whole thing. That's a whole deep dive there, and that's a European scandal. That
you talking about Bridget?
Yeah. Bridget wasn't always Bridget, and that's a whole nother conversation. But anyways,
look at Jim trying to be Inspector Gadget on the computer.
One of the
see her, right?
Right.
One of the top.
You're gonna hurry up and Google it before our people in the comments were looking at us. You're like, let me get ahead of the game. Listen, it's a whole deep dive. Candace done did it. She did a whole story on it, and he pissed. He pissed with America as a whole because everybody like, but what is your wife? Why don't we have any pictures of her as a child, as a girl? You know what I mean? It's crazy.
She's from a separate marriage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's funny how they can't find none of their birth certificates.
And the girl looked just like her.
Mm-hmm.
This girl looked just y'all.
On top of that, too,
lady alone. Leave that lady alone.
Look deeper than that. Look at when they relationship started. That dude was in school. That dude, she was way older than him as a teacher, and that dude was like 14, 15 when they relationship started. Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. So he was the European president was actually groomed. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
And her daughter,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it gets weird. Why you talking about making us poorer? Yeah, let's some of that. Let's talk about that at some point. But you're gonna need some protection, sir. we still have the strongest army breathing.
Well, he should at
So,
least use protection.
well, not that he would need to, not that Bridget
All
could
Oh
right,
get
well,
wow.
he
pregnant.
control
Yeah, so
space.
look, so the documentary highlights that the
Yeah,
moment when Macron declared his love for his now wife when he was 16. According to the
yeah,
film, his parents asked her to stop seeing him until he was 18, and she said, "I can't promise anything."
yeah,
B word.
yeah, yeah. Some of that. Isn't
Uh,
that crazy?
but
Deeper than the
I can't
fact that
promise
they
that
don't.
because I know what he gonna be. He gonna
Right.
be the prez.
Sacre
I
bleu.
don't think so.
That's crazy. Where like
Yeah.
I can't even like wrap my mind around. Like I can't
Right.
promise you. I
For real.
feel like I'd be like, for real. Bridget, you funny girl.
It's
I hope you like your doors.
porta potty nastiness is what it is, and it's crazy. But that's a
That's
whole nother conversation.
crazy. That's
I
crazy.
want
So
to. I want Trump to tariff their ass based on that weird shit alone. They should get hit with 45,
Yeah,
55, 47.
people gonna be drinking some Riesling. Something they all them
Yeah,
bottles. No, all.
it can come from California.
that's
Cali seems
crazy.
to make everything that you
Hey,
can get. You can get from and billionaires gonna do what they do anyway. They're gonna be like, I don't care what it costs, ship it, shit. Who cares?
I can't. This just derailed the whole
I'm
thing where I was going
I'm
with that because
sorry.
I did not know that
I'm sorry I went there, but yeah, man, it's a
we
whole
but I
could have
thing
mean,
when you
segued
dive
into
into
the
it.
other
whole,
thing had I known
but that
because that
makes
was
the whole
He,
with the Olympics and all of that like even more sus.
yeah,
Like with the little boy or whatever that was. In,
yeah.
was he telling his life story or something? Like,
Hmm?
um, I'm gonna quit talking. I'm just the producer. I'm shut up.
What happened with the little boy? What little boy? I've been living under a rock.
He was
Okay,
wondering. He wandered down the rabbit hole, but let's keep it moving.
so in a nutshell, from a tech perspective, I would say I think that the American economy probably gonna get hit a little bit in our tech market for a little while. But to me, there's a reason why everybody's sending their kids here to go to school. And as Americans, I think we should not lose sight of that. Because if we were so crappy in education and so crappy in innovation, then why is everybody complaining about visas, right? Like you wouldn't care because you got it, right? You got it.
Right.
So from a tech perspective, I think there's going to be some pain, but overall, I think we'll end up coming out ahead with this overall, like minus the semiconductor chips. Don't know about that. we might not come out ahead on that one. But overall, like as far as innovation is concerned, like
Well, I'm
we'll
gonna
be
tell you
fine.
this: the chip factories are already being produced or starting in the United States. We already know what's gonna happen if everything happened with the Taiwan chips. Guess what? Kablooey. That's what's gonna go down, and that's how it worked. That's how it rolled. And for those who are scared right now about the stock market, better run the opposite way when the fire goes and everybody
I
runs.
ain't giving no
Be
stock
a be a
advice.
fireman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
When the fire's going and everybody's running out the
We are not
be a
stockbrokers.
fireman.
We just talking.
I'm
Make sure
talking
E-man.
full
about
E-man.
disclosure.
I'm talking
And
about
then
Lil
next
Wayne fireman.
G
I'm talking
pass.
about uh,
I don't need a
like,
G pass. I'm past that. I'm passing them out now, and you can't have
yeah,
that.
What do you
yeah,
think from a
exactly.
what do you think from a risk perspective that the tariffs in general, and what's your analysis on that?
My analysis on that is this is the biggest CYA I've ever seen. You know what I mean? So he ran on this. He told y'all I'm gonna do this. Everyone knew he was going to do this.
I mean, he told me he was going to do this in the 80s.
Yeah, he's been saying this. He's been forecasted this. This is the listen. If you outside without a raincoat on, that's your fault. The weatherman been telling you what the weather was gonna do for weeks now. You knew it.
He said it's
So
gonna rain.
it's gonna rain. And the bottom line is, yes, we're gonna feel it. But honestly, this is good pain where I'm sitting at, because guess what? The good news is that that whatever I usually get from Japan, shoot, Temu, make it here now. It's a bunch of factories and a bunch of places where you can get American-made products. So you don't have to go, European. You don't have to go to Japan or China. A lot of the stuff that you buy over there, they sell stateside anyhow. Just shift your thinking and keep it American first, so you can keep your money first.
And actually, there's a higher standard that come along with getting stuff from America too, right? Like you get stuff.
So we transition into quality. Okay.
Go apart.
I'm there with it. No, I'm saying all of that is about, if we're talking risk, I mean, now we're saving money. Now if something goes left with the product we purchase, we can get it fixed here for a much lower rate, because we're not having to get things shipped in domestically, which is going to ultimately always cost us more money anyhow.
And you're saying the quality making it here is better, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's regulations against, like, when people are using different plastics that they shouldn't be using, which are probably carcinogenic, even more carcinogenic than regular plastic. And then you have just all overall quality of stuff, like when people are counterfeiting shoes, and so people think they getting real J's. Somebody go get the J's, put them back in the box with the fake J's, and somebody else go get them fake J's, and they fall apart. They like, Foot Locker sold me these shit. Right, exactly.
Right.
But somebody came up off of,
Jerry and Craig and Bev and the good people at the factory, there are adults made it. It wasn't no 5-year-olds in a factory somewhere making it even. It's a whole nother conversation. So from a risk factor, that it's your dollars is helping to create jobs. The workforce gets stronger as you spend money here, and it's circular. It's going to keep coming around if you keep spending it in your own backyard.
There used to be pride in making sure that you bought something made in America too.
Yeah.
And like it's just something to say that when it's times like this, people need to start thinking in different ways on how to come together versus this whole
a lot of union workers are like that though. Like there are quite a few, like if you're part of like a local something, they have historically been like, oh, like I know of some of them who do not shop at, for example, like Walmart, and they'll specifically go to like if y'all are familiar with the store Meijer, like they'll specifically go to Meijer because it's a unionized store that has a lot more American made products than like Walmart, for example. So like that does happen, like especially in heavy unions.
I mean, you got that. You got Aldi, which I think is German, but it's still in America like that, and they have
American-made products though, but it is German. Yeah.
So it is a bit, but like the majority mainstream, I agree with you. They do not care.
Yeah. Don't drink Modelo. Don't drink Modelo. We're gonna keep it American. Remember in the 80s growing up, you heard my favorite commercial was Miller's Made the American Way. All the people across the US of A, it's a time for drinking when you're drinking here today. Miller's Made the American Way.
Yeah, the champagne of beers. Yeah, that's the first one I threw up.
Champagne of beers.
Is Miller?
It's the only one I could really stomach when I was first drinking beer, like, because beer is gross. So I was just like, give me the champagne of beers, please, because the rest of these, like Pilsners and all of these Boston baked bean beers, them lagers was heavy. And then I went to Mad Dog 2020. That was ridiculous. I should never did that.
Used to buy
not like I drank Steel Reserve.
Oh shit! Go fix a carburetor. We used to buy a 6-pack of Billy's and be riding around listening to UGK, living that high life. That's what Miller's is, high life.
Oh yeah,
you drinking Steel Reserve, you about to go change your oil. You ain't regular.
Right, you got a raspy ass voice when you drinking still really. Hey, let me get that
Boy,
one.
you
And
remind
the
me of your
cigarettes
motherfuckers.
dangling off your
You
lip.
look just like your goddamn daddy, boy. Boy, shit, no, boy. Go ahead, bring that motherfucker back around here. You know what I'm saying? They don't need give it $5 a pack of Newports and bring me a Steel Reserve. Hey, go ahead and get that shit fixed. It ain't gonna take
We go
me
ahead
but
and
about
fix
a couple of
that.
hours. I fix that
Take
shit.
that off.
Oh,
I gotta
it
beat the
ain't
brakes off
nothing
that
but your
thing.
discombobulator transmission motorized compressor, nigga. It ain't shit. I can get it done.
Yeah, just give me a 4-pack. Still
So you
reserve.
ain't never
Go
seen
back
no
to you.
female ever drink that then?
She did push-ups on her knuckles and she fought niggas and sometimes she thought she might bite. She a girl drinking Steel Reserve, but that bitch bite. She be biting, bro. I'm cool.
By bite, he mean like rabid dog. No.
She,
Yeah.
what you mean you ain't coming home with me? Oh, I'm sorry, Bertha. Bertha, I'm sorry. Look what I bought you some steel.
But if she drink Miller Lite, it's fine.
Yeah. Because if she drinking Miller High Life, well, that's because we poor and we trying to make it happen on this romantic evening. Baby, you know I ain't got no money, but I got the champagne and beers. You know what? I love you. Let's get on this air mattress and make some sweet love after we sip this High Life.
They need to hire. Look, they need to hire my man Plain Dane for the advertisement right there. He got the whole thing, got the visual popping for y'all. Go ahead and send us an
Miller,
email.
baby,
Go ahead and
love
hit us with
you.
an email to us. Please do hit up our Instagram, our
Yeah.
Daily Drip Show. Make sure you hit up our YouTube, and we have a buy me a coffee, our Daily Drip Show.
Yes, cut the
I guess
check.
got to check. Got to check.
All right.
So speaking of cutting a check, well, not really. It's more so like switching complete gears. I know we talked a lot about Republicans, but do y'all think a blue wave is coming? Did y'all hear about Wisconsin?
No,
What they call Wisconsin?
yeah, that
Wisconsin? How do they say that? How do they say that? Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
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 Jeez, right? Wisconsin.
Yeah, cheesehead.
So
Yeah,
Susan Crawford,
I was
y'all heard about her? How she like
yeah,
her and Elon, is a whole
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And they said Elon spent
Can't
5
look up
minutes
her
of his
name. I can't
paycheck.
remember her name.
Spent a
Said
whole
5.
5 minutes of
It's
his
more like
paycheck.
it's you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Susan!
Take that.
right.
I don't even. I wipe my ass with that money.
Oh shit, I dropped 25 million. Oh man,
I don't know about all
somebody
that.
pick
He
it up.
definitely came out and was like, look, I'm losing a ton of money. Homeboy looks stressed. I believe he's like doing things in the background now and not up front because they was getting to him. So whatever the people were doing, it worked. Speaking of Blue Wave, let's see.
As a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world.
Scams.
For justice in Wisconsin. And we won. Standing up for our fundamental rights and freedoms, protecting Wisconsin families and communities. My promise to Wisconsin is clear. I will be a fair, impartial, and common sense justice on the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Blue Wave, anyone?
I don't see a blue wave, but if she stick to what she gonna do, I'm all for it. I mean, and the Democrats need a win because they've been losing terribly lately. It's just been looking bad. You know,
I think
party in
I
shambles.
think I think that it's going to be a pretty heavy blue wave because people are hurting because of one of the things they asked for was for prices to come down. Well, prices, even if they did come down, you cut a bunch of federal people's jobs, so they don't have no money. So then you cut programs, so then they also ain't get no money from that. So they gonna go where people are gonna give them money. So I 100%. My take is this is just the beginning. I think it don't even matter. I think people gonna go through and just be voting blue because they just mad about losing their job. All of that. That's my take.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it, but I don't see that. I think the situation right now is that people are starting to do a deep dive into history. One thing I will say. And they're seeing that everything that he's doing is stuff that Democrats wanted to do, but all of a sudden mysteriously decided not to do. Like for instance, all of the jobs that Obama trimmed a lot of fat. He trimmed a lot of fat, almost to the tune of about 400,000 jobs that got ghosted because they were trying to shrink government at the time because all the overspending that was going on. It's going to be a pinch, but at the end of the day, Trump is not really working for right now because this is it for him. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he can run again.
He talks about a third term.
Yeah, he talks about it, but it ain't happening. I mean, bottom line is that he wants to lead that White House with the swamp drained and the fat trimmed, and we seeing more money and being a stronger economy than we ever have been. Half the people telling us that all of this is wrong are rich. Ain't nothing more hilarious than a Democrat standing there talking about he don't know what the hell he talking about, and they need to stop that line because you get paid 170 a year. How's you worth 16 million? And you've been in Congress like 14 months. Like, come on. No one's listening to you. Way too out of touch. So blue wave, I don't see that. We're probably going to see some pockets of Democrats winning here and there. I mean, a broke clock got to be right twice a day. Not tripping on that, but they deserve a win because they've been losing terribly. Democrats have been losing terribly. In the second, they're not even about to be the go-to party in a minute like they used to be. Everybody in this chat grew up Democrat. Everybody.
What you think will be like the uprising? You think like libertarian might be the next one, the rise of the Green Party? Anything else?
I mean, they starting to look more attractive in comparison to these wild Democrats. We want peace. Burn the Teslas. What?
I do think it's
don't even do that. Kick them.
We want a peaceful protest, but slap a Republican in the head.
Who slapped what?
I'm saying that's the messaging right now.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot of mixed.
Like when they took that mic and hit Donnie in the face with that.
Right.
He raised them eyebrows on their ass though.
I survived 2 shots.
He like
somebody done made me hot.
Get him out of here.
Look, he looked at Secret Service and started humming that don't make me kill me. No,
that's nasty word.
In here. No, for real, because it's like Democrats, the messaging has to be more clear, and they actually the message has to be deeper than stop Trump. Like that's not it. What?
Yeah, that's not deep enough.
No legislation. No, you had Cory Booker standing up there for 60 hours. Giving his
24 hours.
Man,
that's a long time to stand up there.
It was 23. It was 23 hours. Too damn long is what it was because he said nothing. He said absolutely.
Well, that's the whole point of the filibuster. People get up there and they start reading, part of the dictionary and stuff. Stupid.
But can we get like the Democrats have talked too damn long now? Like it's been too much talking. We don't know what as a party. We don't know what people that were born Democrats. They're all flipping Republican at this point because they're like, we don't know what the hell everybody is doing at this point. We don't know what the
message is. There's a lot of them that didn't think that they would be impacted by the changes, and so they're upset. Like there's people who work for the government, for example, that didn't think that it was going to affect them, and now they've lost their job. Or like people who didn't realize like those are federal resources that your kid used.
Well, the thing is that you short-sighted in the beginning. You can't say I want less federal spending and you work in the government.
They don't even.
Okay,
But that's
let me
literally
vote
what's.
against my best interest.
But
Then.
that's what's been
Yeah.
going on because like you see
Well,
the TikToks and
what
stuff
you
like that,
want?
and these people. So now I'm just saying, like, even though it's not in their best interest, now they're like, well, maybe I should vote blue because that was my best interest. That's why I'm saying I
Well, it's
do
too late.
think
You
there
ain't
is going
gonna
to be.
get that back. The thing is
Yeah,
that
but I
those
think the
gains are
next.
gonna be realized, and you're
Right.
not gonna get that back. That's not how business
Everybody
works.
want war until you get handed a pistol. That's just the bottom line. That's what's going on right now. Everybody want war until somebody say, take this AK. You want war,
You like,
motherfucker?
wait,
Let's
not
go.
me.
Well,
Like, who else
no.
gonna fight?
Philosophically, I was saying war is good. No, motherfucker, take this grenade. Throw that motherfucker. You wanted war?
Uh,
Here it is. And that's what they doing right now. This is what shrinking government looks like. Nobody complains when Craig got the factory get laid off.
They
I don't
don't.
hear nobody crying for Craig. You know what I mean? Craig
yeah.
laid off.
And
He had to
Craig got a
outside
pivot.
like, I
He
got a
stopped
pivot.
laying bricks, right?
Now you get the cookie
That's
He went
it.
factory.
from laying bricks to being in the factory. Now he gotta go from factory to
Gotta figure it out. I
shoot,
gotta go back to school. I gotta do
retool.
something.
Yep,
I
that's
gotta
what it's
retool
called.
it. Because bottom line is this. You got all these people complaining about government. You got all these people saying, yeah, it's crazy. But these the same people that's hybrid. And we paying for these buildings that nobody occupied. Now all of a sudden it's wrong to cut these people off. And Donnie, he trying to pay people, hey, here, take this bread, bro. Because we gonna shut this down because we obviously spending money with you all when we could be spending it somewhere much smarter and more economically friendly to the nation as a whole. People is spending money on you all to have jobs for what? You sitting at home scratching your ass for 8 hours a day, probably barely working, probably working 2 of those 8. And now you pissed because he like, yeah, we shutting this whole shit down.
Yeah,
You
I
better
mean,
redo
but
that
still,
resume.
I really do think I think 2026 will. My take on this is like of all the things we talked about tariffs, we talked about like the Wisconsin winning because mostly because people are upset about Elon Musk and feel like he should keep his nose out of government business.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that I think to me, well, my telling tale is it a blue wave? If 2026 becomes like a wide, like massive amounts of Democrats that get in office, then yes, I do think it's going to be a blue wave. Like when the presidential candidacy comes up, I think it's going to be huge. But if it's like so, maybe not. But I do think it's going to be a blue wave. That's just me. That's all I got on that.
Man, listen. Everybody go surfing. We ain't worried about that wave. That's a small wave. That's a tiny wave. That's a Fetty Wap wave. It's not
And
gonna
the
last.
reason why I'll actually say where it couldn't be because the substance for the we'll say the table issues start coming into play. Because if
Right.
when people start talking about what they pronouns is again, and we ain't talking about where stuff is getting spent as
Why
far
my
as money,
pocketbook empty?
then that's really what it comes down to. Now, if that particular party speaks in that direction, maybe, right? Maybe, but I don't see it right now. I really don't, because
I think
That's
even
that
now
that's
in
I think you're giving
protests, it's
people
still
more
up.
of a benefit of doubt to be more unselfish than they are. Because if people have to sacrifice, like, I can't do what I want because they're gonna teach my kid in drag. Well, they'll be all right because I need to go to whatever islands. Like people leave their kids and stuff like that all the time. So I don't think, or even just like I can just ignore them about the pronouns, but like I can't ignore not making the money I'm making. Like I don't want to cook at home every day. I want to order DoorDash every day. Like those are things like I think you're giving humanity and Americans more benefit of the doubt of doing the right thing versus what they actually would do. So I don't think that matters.
But that
I think
that's
it's
what
gonna be
but that's
happened
the
in
thing.
this
That's the
case.
biggest issue. Until Democrats start speaking to the interests of the people that's actually screaming, "This is what we want," they're gonna be left behind because they too damn tone deaf. You
I
too
don't
worried
know.
about this. You too.
He's tapping on too many people. He's hitting the education, he hitting student loans, he hitting He's hitting because he hit the DOJ. He's hitting the health part of it. He's hitting immigration. Like he's hit so many different people essentially in such a fast amount.
But we
I
forgetful
don't know
too.
if it's gonna matter. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I think 2026 is gonna be telling tale, but
I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you.
think it
I'm gonna
matters.
tell you. He did everything in such a short span of time.
Right.
That
He got the rest
once
of the
they start seeing
presidency
the
to
benefits of it,
fill
they
it out.
not gonna give a damn. All them people that's out of work, that's back in a different job, they ain't gonna give a damn. They gonna be too busy looking at Democrats like, look, we want to rock with y'all, but you still worried about this baby crawling funny, and you think he wants to be a man instead of a little girl. Like, ain't nobody on that. You got to speak to the interest of the people.
We'll see. I don't know if there's not enough. There's people been lying about these jobs. I don't think that there's enough jobs for those people and the skills they have to go to.
No, it isn't.
So we'll see.
That's why the tariffs are in
That would be
place.
stupid for them to even vote. That'd be even stupid for them to even vote Republican. They might as well vote Democrats. So they can make the money they want to make.
How they gonna make the money?
How they gonna make the money? That's the problem. They're not a solutions based party at this point.
You don't think that they're gonna make up random federal jobs and get these people some jobs back?
No. Like we said, that it's already done. What his headphones went out. Headphones done.
Me?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay, I muted him so he could get together. But I see where y'all coming from. But like I said, we'll see. Well, to me, 2026.
Hold on, let me undo them. Go ahead. Can you talk?
All right. You get me?
Yep.
Can you hear us?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think 2026 will be a telling tale.
I just say it's a little early to call it at this point. I mean, one, for one thing, everybody had they hate Elon, and that's fine. That's part of the reason why she won, because they weren't voting against the other. Most of the people can't even tell you who the other guy was running. All they knew is Elon was backing him. Elon's name is pretty toxic at this point. That it's a given. But common sense is going to reign supreme going into the next election. And it's all going to be perpendicular to where the economy is at that point. So if Democrats are not helping, they're not bringing any solutions to the table or ways that they can actually enrich your average American, they're going to lose again.
We'll see. You got 6 months. We'll find out. We'll find out in about 6 months or so. 6 months to, a year from now, we'll find out. So we'll see. So I know we were going to talk about some more stuff, but I know we approaching the hour mark on this. We can wrap this up because we could tie this up in a nice little bow. If you like to, we can wrap that up. Or we can keep going. It's up to you.
We keep going. It's on you.
Oh,
I'm energized. The coffee done kicked in.
Speaking of which, what you have in your cup, man?
Man, I was drinking. Let me show y'all real quick.
He done got. Well, he gonna go get it.
I'm glad that he got on some
pants.
Right.
That was a terrible. Like that newscaster when he dropped the thing and they saw him. He didn't have no. He was doing this thing underneath the.
You got I don't know what they call it, venti grande extra large.
The venti. He got a venti.
I got the off market joint. You can't order these in store. You gotta know some people to get one of these, Jack. But yeah, this is the big boy. Big boy.
Got a cold brew?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
if I had that like that, man, I'd be up 2 days.
I am doing this, and then after this, I will be driving to the new house to drop off more stuff because I am.
So that's a dream. I wish coffee would affect me like that. I can drink like 3 cups and go to sleep. And I don't even do nothing for me or like that. Speaking of which, I had coffee in-house.
Yeah. Good old Starbucks delivery, which this is the second cup. Actually, the first one they dropped on my doorstep. So I had to get another one.
Like
it's been that kind of night. Yeah.
No, you get
I ain't paid. They bought me another.
I didn't. Yeah.
What? But yeah, it was that kind of night tonight where they was like, "Oh, yeah, your drink is on the front porch." Literally.
Squeeze me.
So
I
yeah,
think
that's
it's
how
crazy when people just leave food like outside.
Yeah, what's up with that though? Like
Y'all weird.
DoorDash
Stop
just
doing that.
throwing the food on the ground, like nah, man.
like
It ain't
you
pandemic no more. Ring my damn doorbell
yeah,
and
you
hand
walking
it
up
to
on a
me.
camera. You walking up on a camera that you can actually talk to at my door. Like could easily been like, hey, I'm out here with the drink. I'm not gonna sit it down. I'm scared it's gonna spill.
Thank
They
you.
like,
You actually might get a couple more percentage points on this tip.
I might give you some cash along with the
they
tip
said,
that
oh,
I'm
hey,
tipping you.
you in that, you in there? Hey, this your drink?
Ding dong.
As soon as the door would open,
I wish I could
drop my
order
drink.
some. I wish I could order some coffee, but everything is closed by now. I know, like I said, where you at? They got 24-hour one I'll join out there, but
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. If I want another one, I can get another one, but I ain't doing it.
Oh, so
I
yeah.
ain't doing
All
it.
right, so let's
Just go
go.
to the gas station, go get something. There you go. You got it. Gas
That's
station.
See,
kind of
that's
dangerous,
somebody
isn't
who don't
Get
drink
that
coffee.
swill.
That's somebody who
it?
don't drink coffee. Gonna say you compare Starbucks to like gas
What
station
ain't
coffee.
it like drinks? You just get it from the well? Ain't that a well drink? You know what I'm saying? Like well
Yeah.
liquor?
But I
Ain't that
will
what they call
say,
it?
That's why he
Get
be
Go,
up 2 days because he don't know he drinking.
Get Go got the good coffee though. I ain't gonna lie. On the
Get
gas
go?
station, yeah, they got a cold brew that ain't bad. But I don't trust it because I don't know what's in it, and you know I do my almond milk and all that good stuff. So yeah, y'all can talk about me in the comments if you like. I don't care. It's what I like.
You go to the gas station and be like, we got almond milk that goes. "Mrrr."
Yeah, no, your stomach do that because you don't know what's in there. You be like, what kind of? They be like,
Why my stomach
yeah,
bubbling?
drink at your own
It's
risk.
vegan.
I think.
Well, the milk that you got it from is vegan.
Yeah, he eat grass. So technically speaking, it's vegetarian. All this old shit.
Well, getting into our next topic. So our next topic is the discussion around Black excellence, basically being like the new Black Power movement. And we have a video to discuss that a little bit from the
Oh, my dude done
Instagram.
dirty right now. Let me hurry up and hit play because they got him looking like third. What?
After I reposted something from 19 Keys the other day saying Black excellence is the scam that
If you don't
replaced.
know who 19 Keys
I
is,
said,
go
what's wrong
check
with
him
Black
out.
excellence? I guess to some that might be a controversial statement because we've been so deeply indoctrinated into the idea of Black exceptionalism that we think one athlete, one actor, one president, one rapper represents meaningful progress for Black people as a whole. But the studies show that Black median wealth will reach zero by the year 2053 if the current trends continue. Millions of us live in prison slave camps making lids for Starbucks cups for like 50 cents a day. The hood is as fucked up as it's ever been. But we got more millionaires than ever before. That shit is a scam. I think that's also the reason why we don't unify or strike and weaponize our labor in any of the industries that we dominate. The NBA, the NFL, the music industry, because so rarely is one of us more than one step removed from poverty, so nobody's willing to risk it. We know we're being exploited by streaming. We make up all the labor and none of the ownership of the sports teams. Shit, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not saying we shouldn't strive for excellence as a people or as individuals, but we cannot make the mistake of confusing one of us getting out the hood with the progress of the group. We also have to look at the success of individuals that's achieved to the detriment of the masses. We be celebrating shit just because a nigga got some money. It don't matter who the fuck had to die. Like if niggas run around making a bag off the prison industrial complex, are we cheering that shit on?
Vince
That's
Mensa.
sound. Vic
It's
Mensa.
interesting. That's interesting. Actually, he looks like the dude from what's the Will Smith show? The Fresh
He
Prince
was
of
in there.
Bel-Air. Was that
Yeah.
him? Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say it looked
Yeah,
like him.
Vic Mensa. He's a Chicago rapper,
I was
well
gonna say, was
known.
he
Great.
wasn't that a rapper? Was he a producer?
No, he's a rapper.
Oh, okay. That sounds
He had
familiar.
a decent run. Got a decent run.
Yeah, I think he might have been out back
Expected.
when I used to go out back in the day.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
he went through two different phases in music. We can get into that
What did you
at
say?
some point. But
Yesterday?
huh?
Well, yesterday.
They say you went out. yesterday.
No, I said back in the day. Only place I'm going out to is Starbucks, and they close right now, so I can't even go. The only place I'm
You
trying to
better
go.
let them know that you be outside.
Nah, I be inside because every time I go outside, something bad, not even bad, something crazy happen. I end up at the, never mind. We ain't gonna bring back good times. You know, when you end up with no shoes on and all kind of other weird stuff for you out here.
I
acting
get
crazy.
high.
Flowers in the air, all kind of crazy stuff. So nah.
Can't kick it where you kick it, Jim.
Oh yeah, no, I don't come out for a long time, a short time, and very rare times. So you got to do big when you go out.
I'm here for it. Yeah, but Black excellence. I think Black excellence is it's hilarious. It's hilarious because
kind of like pointing at LeBron. Like LeBron made it. It's like, bruh, do you even see anybody who look like Brian? Like I've never seen anybody in my life who look like Brian. Like at all. No one ever built like Brian.
It's the epitome of
you'll never meet someone
one in a million. Like no one's
like,
gonna. It's not 5 LeBrons out here. Just forget about it.
Like Jordan, like you're not gonna meet another Jordan. Like Kobe, you not this. It's Allen Iverson. You not like
no.
I know I put Allen Iverson in the conversation, but he is a rarity in the NBA format. Yeah. You know.
Yes. But that's the thing, and we like Vic Mensa said, we cheer on anything.
It ain't gonna be another Spud Webb, you know what I'm saying?
Or like the Ball family, like you know, like that's not the eyes of the family. Yeah, like the Wayans family. Like
now, I will say this: to me, the Wayans family, they exemplify Black excellence. If we want to,
because they still keep putting them on.
Yeah, because Wayne is born every year, so that family is going. That family is set. You know what I mean? I think they dad just passed away, and they mom might have at this point too, but they've been around for forever and a day. You know what I mean? And they keep growing, and they take care. They pull each other up, but they also take care of those in the community that you know. That's to me, that's Black excellence. I'm not about to sit here and praise you, you know, because you made some money and you make music, and every other song is shoot a nigga, kill a nigga, sell a lot of dope. Shoot a nigga, kill a nigga, sell a lot of dope, you know, or show your coochie, show your breasts, wave them in the face.
Okay, like, we are streaming.
I'm sorry, I forget. But bottom line is, the messaging.
Hey, you know what? Pause though. I mean, look, Kamala had that on her whole campaign. I mean, why can't he say it? I mean, she was Heidi's for Harris, and then she had the audacity to have Glorilla up there with her boy body with them. Never mind.
Let me see both of y'all y'all both about to be done.
I'm just saying, like, look, Kamala had them doing that on there. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody because she had them up there. Heidi's for Harris up there twerking on stage. These white folks didn't even know who she was. It was like, oh my gosh, there's booty on stage.
Right. I ain't got no money, and money ain't got me. You know, all this. No, but
my bad. Let me do it right.
No, but yeah, but Black excellence is hilarious, and I feel like
she gonna be in the comments mad.
Yeah, she gonna be.
You know she paid for them boobies.
Yeah, plain dang. He's just F him. He broke. But anyways, but yeah, Black excellence. I think they did use that to replace Black Power. Because Black Power was loud, Black Power protested, Black Power wasn't going for the okie doke. Black excellence, like, you know, if you ever see that interview, that Shay interview with Gilly the Kid when he said, "I told you I run this shit. Give me the money." That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
He's talking about.
I mean, I guess a good example actually
the picnic, you know what I mean? Like a
good example is actually Kendrick is a good example. That's actually Kendrick Lamar would be actually a good example of the whole like Black excellence. Like Kendrick is out here talking about XYZ and like he's able to get on TV, but I mean he's one in a million. You know how many like
don't take the bait. Don't take debate.
I'm just saying, like he's an example of like a
Don't
rare
you do it.
instance,
Dang.
and they're like trying to
We are an
normalize
hour
it.
and 10 in. Don't take the. At least he got on drops.
Okay, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. I was just saying that was just an example of I'm agreeing with you. I was just using him as an example. Head, shoulders,
Shout out to
knees, toes.
Shout out to Compton. Black X.
Head, shoulders.
All right.
I'm just saying, like, okay, I'll use somebody else. I mean, Boosie. Boosie is an example, right? Like, he be on everybody's show.
Oh, he's an example of black excellence?
I'm just saying, like, people, him and
in a real
You
way.
better not
What's
say
his
Felicia
name?
Rashad, like put both of them in the same context.
What's his name? The one that be on
You know,
everybody's
Boosie,
show.
Felicia Rashad.
No, I'm saying
president?
like
Kevin Gates.
people listen. I'm saying people like listen and
Oprah?
idolize these
Like-
people and like, oh yeah,
like,
like these
when would
people
they
are black
all be
people, and
in
it's
the
like
presence of each other?
Charleston White. That's his name.
Charleston White.
No, what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is that like,
But I will say
he
this
propped
though.
up for like
messaging,
spokesperson of black
listen.
people. I'm saying
He's cosplaying somebody from the hood. That guy is very, very intelligent. He's
Which
using
one?
ignorance. Charleston White.
Oh, okay.
That man has wrote laws. He's helped change laws. Like he's helped get people elected. Like before he put on his his NIWGA face, that man was wearing a bow tie. He was in government. He was doing a lot of things. So, but his messaging, once you listen to him, is powerful. You know what I mean? He's more pro-black. Yes, he's yeah, I'm a snitch on you if you do something wrong. I mean, it is what it is, but his messaging is great, especially about being a black father, getting some money, legacy. He's on that. And to me, that's true black excellence. Legacy. Being an example for pulling up people that you may see that need that extra hand, because we don't have OGs anymore. Everybody label everything YNs and all of that. The YNs, you can't reach them and all of that. Black excellence is people who actually come from the same areas that a lot of other people come from and are very relatable, though they are successful, but yet they not doing any and everything for a check. There's a moral, fiber in them to where they like, I'm not about to do that.
And let me pause you real quick while you try to talk about Felicia Rashad. Technically, people would say that she's not because they don't agree with what she thinks, because we've become so far removed
Whether
from
you agree or not don't make
values.
it excellent. Excellent is doing something that other people don't want to do, can't do, won't do. That's
But
what
you
makes
have to,
things
but you
excellent.
have to agree with the message that's coming along, like as a majority. And
Not really. I mean,
the
people agree
feedback.
with being rich. People agree with being powerful. People agree with being smart. People agree with being fit. But everybody can't do it.
We can have a whole nother live stream on the fit thing, because they say that there's body positivity. Now everybody want Ozempic and Wegovy and try some of them.
Exactly, because
So-
it's all fake. And that's the biggest part about
so-
black excellence. There's a lot of fakeness going on. And pop, I'm 400 pounds and beautiful. For Ozempic later, girl, I'm finally in my waist training. Look at me, yeah, I'm outside. Bow, 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 bow.
And all these other
Trash.
fat bees need to get out my
Yeah,
face.
these fat bees need to get back. Y'all don't know me like that. Y'all thinking about the old me, the 400 me. You got to get used to this
The
200-pound me.
old me. Oh my!
The old me, the
That's a good
400
one.
me. For real.
You know who he talking about? If you think you know, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about her.
Yeah, he's talking about, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about?
I'm Liza Lick.
Yeah.
I used to be precious. Now I'm pretty.
Okay.
Bow, 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 bow. Because they all do that now.
I mean,
But yeah, the facade of black excellence.
I agree
though,
with him.
It's trash.
I agree
it's
with him.
trash. It's trash. and the goalposts get moved all the time, and excuses get made for so-called leaders, you know, and real talk, you know, look at the white community. Do they look for leaders to lead them? They can just pick out the examples that they agree with, but they don't need leaders to lead them. We always looking, oh, look at such and such. Look at what
You
he got.
mean
He
like
got a nice
white
car.
men, or because white women do? Like they definitely wanted Kim Kardashian to lead them. I mean, and she's not even like white. But that's
I
a whole other
mean,
conversation.
they
But they
look
definitely
who they
do.
want to imitate, but I don't think that's
That's
going,
true.
you know, that's not going to dictate how they get money, how they live their life. That's just that's the reachable goal for them. If I get this
OnlyFans?
tummy tuck,
OnlyFans?
Yeah,
She
OnlyFans is
wasn't out with OnlyFans, but
no,
if that was out, she probably would have did it at the
she
time.
doing it at
Yeah,
the
she
time.
definitely would have did it at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
That's
just about 10 years too old.
You say OnlyFans, they say opportunity.
Yeah.
Because my boyfriend know how to work a camera, and you know,
all you gotta do is work an iPhone. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying he know how to get the angles.
I'm just saying other groups do have like people that they look up to as well. But
but they don't make excuses for them like we do.
What do you mean?
Meaning, like Vic Mensa said, if a certain artist or whomever has money, I promise you, if we like them enough, we will make all kinds of excuses for them when they do some incredibly dumb stuff, or they do
kind of
something
like
they lack morals. Period.
Okay.
Think about it.
You mean like the whole R. Kelly trial, for example?
I mean, that's one example.
That's a really good example. Where
That's one
they're
example,
like,
but
I mean, them
think
kids
about those
knew
still out
what
here.
was coming. They 12 and they out here showing they thanks to them.
Well,
40-year-old man. Then we go blame 12-year-old.
Right. I mean, but I'm gonna say this: more so with the R. Kelly thing, I heard more about the parents being blamed than the kids, because those parents. Another thing about Black excellence, they make excuse if you get cut a check, they'll roll with it. Think about all of the Black people that was working with him that was like this. You talk to another 12-year-old, y'all. I ain't see nothing. Did the check clear? It clear? I ain't see nothing. Meanwhile, let that have been back in the 60s when the Black Panthers was out here. Huey would have been whooping R. Kelly's ass.
But
behind
buttocks, yes.
But that's why I say whooping.
But he said, but
you the whoop butt.
But
bottom line is the stuff that people can get off right now
from a whole nother country. Go ahead, man.
But for real, because of the love and the pride that you have within yourself and your melanin, a lot of stuff you didn't allow go on in certain eras and time versus now. Everything is for sale in our community, unfortunately. Anybody can come in and set up shop in our community.
But it's for sale.
But gosh, now we're all saying
I didn't say that. OnlyFans is what it is.
We also invite everybody to the cookout, so that's a whole other thing too. But
I'm tired of that too.
I agree with Vic Mensa with like Black excellence is the new Black power, and I agree that there are people that are specialty, essential, or unique in some way, and we have to acknowledge they're unique in their own right. But I guess people have to have something to look forward to, and I'm a tap this and move on. It used to be like people would look into like church and like elders and stuff like that, and now they don't do that. Now they're kind of, grasping,
right?
Like excellence or whatever it is that you idolize, I guess you could say. So that's my take on that. A lot of it goes through social media and through technology, and it's just this quick for people to decide.
Right.
That's what I'm finna be today.
And the other sad part about Black excellence, all you gotta do is say the wrong thing and upset massa, and this is your time frame. They don't care how much money you got. They like,
that's how long until you about to go off about Kendrick Lamar.
He said it. What he say about it rhymes with Hughes. He said, what about what? His time about to be cut short. Go ahead and deny. Call in all of what he owe. We about to bankrupt Buddy right now.
Drop some drip in the comments if you want to hear a live stream of just plain Dame telling y'all why he feels some type of way about the Kendrick Lamar. Drop some drip in the comments. If you want to hear a monologue with just him, I won't even be involved. We'll just let him go ahead and go off. Let us know. Y'all wanna hear it? Because look, the time is running out. He ain't got time to sit here and try to.
As much as I like fish, I don't bite bait.
That time about to run out though. And so, like I said, drop some drip in the comments if y'all want to hear specifically from him what his beef is with Kendrick Lamar /
I never said I had beef with him.
Black excellence, as I brought up around Kendrick Lamar, because his eyes got.
Yeah, his sand going down.
So
Mr. Sandman over here
let us know.
gotta go.
Let us know.
Oh.
Cool, because that's how much time we're gonna spend on the last thing we got here. So we're gonna transition. And speaking of transitioning,
I'm speaking.
I wanted to bring up how our lanes could kind of tap into why, how, when of this scenario. So I recently came across a video of Kris Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner. And so I would like y'all to react to this. I don't think y'all have seen this. So go ahead and watch it, react to it, and we'll talk about it in our specialties of, however we can. I'll start it off. Go ahead. Please press it.
Baby girl in November. We're doing great. Aren't we, honey?
Wonderful. We had everything done. We had all our amnio done. We've gotten over every hurdle. Yeah. Everything's fine.
Except for what color hair she's going to have.
Yeah, that's the only thing we have left now. Is the color of her hair. We're hoping for dark hair,
I asked you the day you left, is there anything you want to take with you?
Yeah, and I said no.
Said,
and I left it. I'll leave you
and
with
I said,
the
you don't want a picture, you don't want a memory, you don't want a candle, you don't want a glass.
Huh?
What happened to just the life we had together? It's like, no,
that's
you
nasty.
just threw that away.
I don't need nothing.
It smells like him.
It's crazy that he's gone. But he's not. But he's not.
I can be supportive.
He's gone.
Damn.
I'll start as y'all digest this. From a technology point of view, that's nasty work. So back in the day, it wasn't as easy to just like have clips and just like film yourself. So like specifically, they talked about this as like a publicity thing. Like, yes, we want to talk about our baby girl who's coming into the world, and then for fast forward, what is it, what 25 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Your husband is now divorcing you and has now become a woman, and you have a show dedicated to following your life. My take on this is be mindful of your home, inside your home, because everybody records far too much. You over here TikToking and dancing and all this with your boyfriend. Now you got a new boyfriend. Now you got a new boyfriend. Now you got a baby daddy. Now you got a new boyfriend. And as you keep going through all this, someday, let's say you get a chance to meet Drake. Yep, I threw it out there since we talked about Kendrick. And Drake's like, hey, you're sexy and all, but like I saw your TikTok. You got just like going on with that. You never know. I'm just saying, you just never know, because it follows you. And even if you erase it, it's never really erased. And back in the day, that probably would have been easier to erase what they originally filmed. And it just journals her pain. At the end. That's just crazy.
Just move the news.
You broke up pretty badly.
You just moved to a new school or move across town?
Back in the day, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. As long as you didn't film it.
And technology, well, we gonna put it on what's it called? 8mm, 40mm? I don't know what they used to call that. Wait.
millimeter.
Yeah.
Like
They
they
got some of that.
specifically did that for like a publicity, like I'm assuming that's Kylie, like publicity, like so that was meant to be filmed like with the highest quality of cameras. I know y'all don't understand what that means for some of y'all now, like the highest quality of camera, but like it used to be real fuzzy with your own stuff, like when you first got your first cell phone with a camera, and like I said, that was publicity.
I miss him
But
so much. Y'all get done on that. Okay, no, we got to retake that.
Shoot it again. Hold on. See, you didn't grab the Burberry baby shower shirt close enough. Do it one more time. I miss his man Musk. Yeah, that was a good one. No, but my dog said, I don't want nothing here. I leave it all behind.
Yeah, that was nasty work.
Said it with lipstick on.
He said, "You keep the Wheaties box."
You sit there, perm, hair all curled up. He was no, I don't need that. I'm too sexy for my Burberry shirt.
So sexy it hurts.
Yeah, that was nasty work. Yeah. Like, I don't need nothing out of here. I'm good. I'm starting over for real. For you, you keep all this. You mourn me. I'm gonna go over here and start my new life.
And to make matters worse, though, he ain't even detached the tools out of the toolbox. Whole girlfriend at the new condo. Why you sitting there next to the girlfriend with lipstick on and his long hair and his dress? I said, let me find out he used a trans escape.
You talking about to get out of the Kardashian house?
Escape.
Yeah, trans. Trans.
Escape.
Escape.
That's all I got. All the technology. I just want to remind y'all, this is just y'all reminder. Yeah. What you feel matters and how
that
you
was
feel.
The only clause in that contract that he could get out of that.
Yeah, from a risk factor, you put people use it to get out the army. Back in the day, you'd be like, hey, I kiss men's. They like, you gotta go. So I guess in his contract, he was like, if I become Caitlyn, they like, well, not only will we cut you a bigger check, just get you out of the house. You gotta forfeit everything. She can keep the Burberry shirt.
He was like,
in fact, she can film with it if she wants to.
Kanye said, absolutely not. I'm putting on a Black Klansman outfit. I'm getting out of here.
Trans, lipstick, escape.
Actually, has any man made it out of there unscathed?
Poor Scott.
He never was in the house, though. He was in his own house. He was never in the house.
He was trying to get in the house, and that was a torture in itself. And then when he got in the house, he was getting told how to spend his money. So he said, I like getting drunk and jumping on planes and buying cars. I got to go. Has anybody seen Scott? Scott said he was in the mood for New Zealand. So he just left.
That's crazy.
Feeling like New Zealand. Charge it to the MX.
I don't really know how he even got money, but that's a whole other. We could have a whole other conversation. Oh, he's like
whole house died. Mama, daddy, everybody died and left him all the money. He ain't had no siblings, only child.
That's crazy. Okay.
I'm feeling like New Zealand. Charge it to the MX. Didn't use that latex. Now she's living like a princess.
That's crazy. Wow. I actually
shout out Childish Gambino. I listened to that earlier. Royalty.
I actually did not know that about him. But yeah, so that's all I got. I don't know if y'all have anything from risk and quality. If not, we can wrap this on up.
Well, like I said, the risk was, hey, stay there for a couple more years, gather up more Burberry shirts, and watch your voice get lower and lower and lower. Because after a while, his voice didn't even really matter in the house until he put on a skirt. Trance, lipstick, escape. He risked his sports legacy to be Woman of the Year. They made a Woman of the Year too, by the way. Y'all saw that, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But that's life. I hope you're happy.
Look, he was winning. He won again. She won. Sorry. She won again. Gotta say
Yeah.
she. This is Caitlyn won again. I
Hey.
feel like Jack Johnson as I just said that. Like, you know, how you be like, I didn't mean Caitlyn won.
Homie was on a Wheaties box. I'm not ignoring that. I'm sorry. I can't ignore that. I'm sorry. But I'm glad that Caitlyn is happy. That's it.
Caitlyn won. Caitlyn won.
As normal.
Kardashian 0.
As normal.
You got anything on the
You can
quality
have it
side?
all. I don't need any of it.
I don't need that.
You have anything on the quality side?
Quality hair care, quality products.
Right.
All right. So
from a
thank y'all for
quality
tuning
perspective,
in.
he's still rich.
No, thank y'all for tuning in to our Daily Drip Show. Make sure y'all drop some drip in the comments. And more importantly, make sure y'all share this to 2 friends and 2 of your enemies. Share it to them too. Share it to them. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure y'all leave us a comment. Like I said, if you want to hear Plain Dame go off about Black excellence, lack thereof for Kendrick Lamar, let us know in the comments. I'm sure he would love to do a monologue and tell y'all all about it.
No.
Look at him. He's ready.
You forgot to purse your lips up. Pause.
That's the Caitlyn. Pause. I don't need none of this. I leave it all behind.
I'm not supposed to laugh. I'm not supposed to laugh at that.
Back in the day, that was Wanda. Remember Wanda, y'all? I was gonna rock her world.
No,
Well,
Jamie
if
Foxx.
you got that word, you might as well go to Shanae.
I was thinking of Shanae. I wasn't gonna say nothing. But that's what we got. Thank y'all for tuning in to our Daily Drip Show. Make sure y'all check out our Instagram. It's our Daily Drip Show. Make sure that y'all check out our other videos. We have lots of content on our channel. And let us know what y'all like, what y'all don't like, and make sure y'all hit that like button. I am your co-host, Jim Jones, and I'm so happy that y'all came and spent some time with us. You got anything, Plain Dame?
That's it. You said it all.
It's very late for Plain Dame. I can't believe you're still up.
I quote Caitlyn, I leave it all behind.
Now you also drop some drip in the comments for your favorite Our Daily Drip Show song. Oh, get it. Go.
Express.
Letting y'all know how old I am. I got that. Yep, that's y'all know nothing about that. Now he's older, he'd be more like
we love y'all. Thank y'all.
that like button. Tell 2 friends, 2 enemies, and tell your mama. Tell your grandma, tell your uncle, tell your baby. No, don't tell your
Grandma
baby.
be like, I heard about a show called Daily Piss. Y'all over here.
Don't tell your baby. Your baby's not safe for kids.
It's not safe for the kids show.
Nope.
Baby, I heard you got that nasty woman's disease. You got that drip.
You gotta sit in the bath now and with Epsom salt vinegar. Right.
A little salt and vinegar, a little baking soda, and just take your waist and do this with it, baby.
Do the
Gotta
Glorilla.
shake it out of it.
You gotta do the Glorilla. And then you gotta do the Meg.
I ain't. Word to Tori, I'm not doing the Meg.
Anteaters. The Bug's Life. We all need to go to bed. That's what that is. We all need to go to bed.
Go ahead, make that face one more time.
What face?
I leave it all behind face.
I
leave it all behind.